By the way, how many of you have heard of my session, Grooming the Next Generation to Success? And how many of you have been waiting for that product to come out? Well, I've got something better than just some CDs. I have something much better. Because on Saturday night in Dallas, Texas, on the 15th of March, I'll be teaching it live, capturing it on video for y'all. Some of you could care less. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. It's called Grooming the Next Generation to Success. It's basically taking this information from Success and teaching you how to do it in your homes with your children, how to groom them up for success, how to be able to put kids in your family, in your house, to where it's easier to raise them now, and you are grooming them to become something great in the future instead of average and mediocre. Yes. So, some of you that don't have kids, you're thinking, big deal, it doesn't apply to me. If you are a teacher, if you are a social worker, if you are a Sunday school teacher, we did a teleseminar 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we did a teleseminar on this. Do you know that we've never done it since? And do you know it's the only thing I've ever done once that 2 years later people are still asking for it? The only thing. The only thing. There's many things I taught 2 years ago that I don't teach now, and no one ever says anything about it. But this, every city I go to, people say, when are you going to come out with Grooming the Next Generation? When are you going to come out with it? Oh my gosh, I was on that teleseminar, and I got to tell you. We have stories of teachers that did not know how to deal with certain kids because they didn't understand their personality. They didn't understand how to recognize who they were and what their strengths were, how to communicate them and how to motivate them. They learned on that teleseminar how to do that and had harmony in the classroom and raised up leaders in the class instead of sending that same kid to the principal's office a 17th time in the first 2 months of the year. Same with Sunday school teachers. Sunday school teachers that had kids that would go and hide under the table the entire time and cry. They figured out how to talk to that child, motivate that child, get that child to trust them, and get them activated with the rest of the kids from listening to a teleseminar. Social workers that now knew how to discern what was really happening in a family and how to be able to teach the parents how to motivate their children instead of beat the children, and had harmony in the house. Don't even get me started there. So we are teaching that live for free out to the general public. You can invite anybody you want to that session. Anybody you want. Limited seating, obviously, for the amount of people that we have there in the room. And that's going to be taught. And then that product will be released, Isa, hopefully within 30 days after. Give us 45 days. Yeah, soon. It's almost all done. All we're going to do is capture video, get that edited, and it's done. Yeah. Powerful, powerful, powerful product. It's going to change, it's going to change, it's going to change school systems. It's going to change this nation. It's going to change the households. We are about to revolutionize all this bad, nasty stuff that happens in this country. We're going to flip it around and groom up the next generation to succeed. That's what we're going to do. Step by 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 step. No more empty promises. A lot of people can go prophesy something great, but they can't tell you how to do it. It has to stop. Kids are getting ruined every day in a classroom because the teachers are not equipped on how to handle it. Is there any teachers here in the room? You better be in Dallas. I don't care if you're a sports teacher. I don't care if you're a gymnast. I don't care what you are. This is going to help you get more out of those kids, and you will be the one person that stands out in that child's life that believed in them, that pulled the best out of them, and they're going to rise up and be all that God Almighty has called them to be. So, the person that says yes goes in the customer base. Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine if you knew 20 years ago what you've just learned here this weekend? How many of you would have had less heartache, less problems, less challenges. How many of you would have shed less tears? You would have shed more tears of joy because you have all of heaven behind you saying, go! Ooh. Duplication. How many of you have nieces and nephews? Or any of you that are grandparents? See, some of you think that you messed up your kids and there's nothing that you can do about it. That the time is over. Oh, it ain't. Oh, it ain't. Because that offspring has some offspring. That's right. And God will use you to redeem the time that was lost. He will redeem the ignorance that was there, that is no there any longer, and you will put wisdom into that next generation, and you will raise up what should have been raised up to begin with. Ugh. The enemy is going to pay back. Oh, I am kicking a hornet's nest right now. I got my raid. Okay. I'm excited about this. I got to read through. There's a whole home study course, friends, and scripts. Scripts, so you'll just read to your kids. Ain't no thinking here. Just do. Say, don't think. Just do. How many of you can follow directions? How many of you can make chocolate chip cookies? That you can raise up and groom up the next generation for success. Because it's all laid out real simple. I have to stop. Okay, we're going back to the content. Yes, we are. Otherwise, we're going to be here till 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. All right.